What up? One more. How we do? How we do? Style hip hop. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's try this beat out. Had this beat for a long time. Peace. What's up? It's DJ Phase, and you know I'm from back in the days. So, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's getting ready for this long weekend. You know, get them barbecues. It's gonna rain on today, tomorrow, and I think Sunday. So it's gonna be a little hectic. But Monday is supposed to be a nice barbecue day. Nice barbecue day on Monday. That's what the holiday is. So I got a couple of things I'm going on today. A couple of things going on, but I just wanted to jump on real quick and say some things about how things were in hip hop. A lot of times we look at things and we say, wow, man, I wish I could bring those days back. Sometimes it's really necessary. It's necessary to bring some of those old times back because this new generation, to me, they have no sense of respect. Maybe you can call it, or they don't honor where it came from. And I'm one for always bringing back where you came from and know where you came from. So on my shows, I like to bring some historic history, as you want to call it, and take it back to where I come from. Okay, first of all, let's all know where I come from. Okay, I come from Bronxdale houses. I was born in Harlem, and raised in the Bronx, Bronxdale houses to make it clear. Um, that's where I was raised. That's me. That's me in Bronxdale. And that's the drums, what I used to love and I still do love. And, that's where it started for me. That's where it started actually for me. This picture here, okay, we were talking about this picture here. This is one of my when I first got into junior high school, and we were talking about dressing, and how we used to dress back in the 70s. And so I wish I could show you the color picture of it, but I'm sporting a PR Cardan blazer. I have on a mock neck. I have on some AJs, the stitch AJs, not the open stitch. And of course, I have on my British Walkers and sported my afro, of course. Now, the thing that I say is if you look at the people next to me and see how they're dressing, that was the difference. That was the difference for me. That was the difference. Now, I'm going to show you something else. Now, this is the inside of my quarter field. Still have it till today. This is the inside of my quarter field, and that's silk. Okay, so if you opened your quarter field back around me in the days or my friends, and they didn't see this in the quarter field, you might gonna get some snaps. Okay, if it just had the A and didn't have the J Lester, you might have got it from Alexander's, and we kindly snapped on the people that had that. But that's my quarter field. Later on, because I actually found one in perfect condition at one of my uncle's house. and it does fit me. So it was in perfect condition, and so I'll be sporting it this winter. But that's what we actually wore. Another person asked me about some things, and I told him, I said, well, I collect old merchandise. I collect the nostalgic stuff. So I found these. Okay. And those are originals. If you look at them, you can tell that those are original. It has the front square front. And if you look at the sole, you see that those are originals. Okay, those are originals. And if I had those on, what I would usually do is use this. I'd use this card right here. Okay. If you can see, that's an original card right there. And that's the original telephone number right there. So for those that don't know what that is, that's an original OJ card right there. 44 was my boy too. That was my boy. I call him all the time, and he come and get me, and I put him on hold for 2 hours or something like that. And so when they say in my OJ and you paid away, that's what they're talking about. KI22222. So only the originals, when we talk about b-boys and stuff, the originals know what that card is, and they know what to do if they had that card in their possession. Okay, that was something that goes back. Now, a lot of people know that when OJs were around, we were actually somewhat the second generation of hip hop for us. Because we were rocking the 98s, the Park Avenues, the Caddies, the things like that. And so it brings me back just looking at the card, and looking at those British Walkers. Oh man, it just brings me back. And for those that don't know, OJ was a car service, but it was a luxury car service. And usually we would be able to put the service on hold like a limousine service. And that's was the big to do. If you could do that, if you could get a OJ and put it on hold, you were pretty much to do back in those days. And so that's something that we did. Us cool people, as you would say, would do that. With this picture here, that's what I would probably be sporting when I got called that OJ. That's a polo jacket, polo shirt, and polo hat. And back in those days, polo was very, very expensive, very, very expensive. I think I have on Cazals, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see it too clearly, but I have on some Cazals, and some white Bally's sneakers, which are very hard to find. Well, back then they weren't hard to find, but now you can't find the white Bally sneakers with the blue emblem anymore. Those are really, really hard to find. But like I said, back then we would rock that. We would rock that, call OJ, and have on some polo cologne or something like that, and you couldn't tell us we wasn't rocking. We wasn't rocking. For those that lived in the projects, I was talking about it the other day, the creation of how we were and why we created some of the things that we created. One of the things that I was looking through when I was looking through some of my stuff, because I was digging to try to find some things, and I came across this next item. Now, for those that know, if you were in the projects or if you were any hood, and you didn't have video games, because we didn't have video games then, we would create different games. One of the games was Off the Wall. I wonder if people still remember what Off the Wall is. But we play Off the Wall. We play Off the Bench. Now, if you were winning and you were, teasing somebody about how you were winning, if that person was a bully in a sense, what that person would do would roof yours. Okay, so I'm trying to give you hints to what's the next item that's coming up. I wonder if people can tell me what item I'm getting ready to talk. If I talk about Off the Wall and I talk about Off the Bench. So I wonder if people in the comments can tell me exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, it's probably in the comments. I'm not looking at the comments right now, but I'm going to show you what it is. Okay. There you go. A good old Spalding ball. That's it. If we roof your ball, that's it. You got to go all the way up on the roof and you got to go get your Spalding ball. Now, we played everything with the Spalding ball. We played handball. We played anything. We stick ball, whatever we needed to do with that ball, we did. And we had a good time doing it, a good time doing it. Now, remember, when you had a Spalding ball, you would get these balls at any of the little candy stores or the novelty stores. So if you would go on the roof of your building, you would find these balls. You would find these balls. So I had many a balls, many a Spalding balls, and we used to play basketball on the ledge of the steps. We used to play basketball with the Spalding ball. And that was it. And like I said, this is why we were so creative, because we would take something just like the Spalding ball and play with it, and that was it. That was our video game. That was our expensive games that they have now. That was it for us. We didn't need to have something electrical or something that you watch on TV or anything. We had a good old-fashioned Spalding ball, and that's where creativity comes in with that. Now, I wonder if people remember these. Okay, these were wacky stickers. And what we would do with these is just unbelievable. We would put them, first we would collect them, which I don't even understand why we would collect them, because we would put them on people and put them on people's books and everything, anything we could put it on, we would put it on. They were called wacky stickers, I believe, wacky stickers or some wacky patches or something like that. And we would put these things on all over people and hats and jackets, and wherever we saw that you needed to get one of these stickers, you would get one of those stickers. And today when I look at it, it didn't take much for us. It really didn't. It didn't take much, and we had things to do. We weren't not just hanging on the corner, trying to get into bad things and talk. We didn't do that. We had comical things that we created, and we did things with it. Okay, now look, I'm showing this to show some of the records that I still have. I still have these records. This it's not like, people say that, oh, I was too young to collect records and stuff like that, and I think about it. That's all I really wanted to do was collect records and stuff. So I have a huge collection of records. I have houses full of records. If people know what that is. Okay, now this is not the first close and play. I have the first close and play, but this was another version. This was like the second version of the close and play. Now the catch to this is that it's battery operated. So we could take this downstairs. We could take this in to school with us. We could take this anywhere we wanted to take it because it was battery operated. I'm sure if you find one now, oh man, it would probably be really like outrageous price. So one of the things that like I said, I did was look at that. Okay. Now, for those who don't know, and for those who say that hip hop didn't start in 1971, because we weren't playing the breaks and stuff like that, look, this is where our beginnings come from. And all of those beat masters and all of those b-boys that say they're b-boys, if you don't know these type of records, if you don't have these type of albums or ever had these type of albums in your house, that's why you don't know. That's why you say that hip hop started in 78, 79, and 80. That's why, because we were playing these records. These were our get down records. Once you heard this record and you started rocking your this record, you had to get down. You had to show your moves and show what you was doing. And so that's where I come from. These are some of the records that I come from. And that's why I can definitely say without a doubt that we were playing these records in 70 and 71. We were definitely. Now, if you look at this record and see that who it is, James Brown, some people say that he is the real godfather of soul, but he's almost the godfather of hip hop as well, because it was his music that we gravitated to. It was his music that we gravitated to, and we made these funky beats and we made these funky dances, and we did it. We did it to this. So for the younger generation, I want you guys to really examine and research James Brown, and then you'll like kind of understand why we were funky the way we were, why we did the things we did, why we looked the way we looked and stuff, and dressed the way we dressed. That's basically why, because we had these things, and like I said, these records we found in our parents' room, in our parents' collection, as you could say, And so it was nothing for us to actually go and listen to some records that we had inside our parents' house and do it. Now, I'm gonna show you another thing that it's so funny. When I found it in my house and I saw it, and I said, man, we would play with this for hours, just hours. We couldn't wait to get to the staircase and play with this. And there it is. That's my original Slinky. Okay, that's my original Slinky, still in the box and everything. And so, like I said, when when we played our things, when we did our things, and I don't know why this is happening. I don't know if you guys can see me, but hold on. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's the original Slinky right there. I lost you guys for a minute. Okay, I'm back. So we would play with like I said, we would play with these things for hours. And, you know, going back to hip hop, you know, and saying what hip hop, how it was created. Remember, this is one thing that I don't understand why people can't understand how it started. It didn't start with teenagers. It did not start with adults. It started with youth, with young preteens. And we were into everything. We were into every single thing, we wanted to do. I saw these and I said, oh my goodness. Now, I wonder if somebody I'm going to go to the comments now, and I want to know if somebody in the comments can tell me what's the name of these shoes. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom, and I want somebody to tell me what's the name of these shoes. Okay, let's see. I'm waiting. If somebody can tell me what's the name of these shoes. It's up there. The TikTok is ticking. TikTok. China Black got it. China Black got it. Let me throw it up there. But you put a question mark. China, you're supposed to know what that is. Yes, they're earth shoes. They're definitely earth shoes. And it's so funny when I look at them now. Now, to me, that's what I say. These shoes came out in 1970. By the time we were wearing them, it was 71, 72. And look at them. Those are real leather shoes. They're real leather. And people, I guess people just don't get it. So this style was something that is now. So this is like a futuristic shoe in 1970, 1971. And we wore them. If you remember them, we looked all over. To get these shoes. We went a lot of places to get these shoes. And so that's hip hop. That's hip hop. That's the fashion. That's where the fashion comes from. That's what we did. That's why we were so able to have these different things. It's because we were creative. We were, we really wore the things that we wore. If you look at this and look, look at the British Walkers. Look at the medallions. That's what we were. That's what we were. Here. Now, people think that when they hear about the projects, that's what the broken down, burnt out tenement buildings was. That's what they thought that the projects was. Now, this is Bronxdale. This is 1055 Rosedale Avenue. Back when I was a kid, and we had those behind me. Those are brass mailboxes. Now, if you look at the floor is waxed. Okay, the floor is waxed. Okay, we didn't have no pissy floors and stinky elevators and stuff like that. This is the projects. Okay, and this is how we kept our projects. So when people hear about the Bronx or whatever, and they see these burnt out buildings in the Bronx, they think that that's what it was. They think that that's what they saw. They thought that's what it was for us, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Um, if you look at this picture, which this picture is kind of dear to me because um, at the time, when the buildings were burnt out, and because these landlords came through and they burnt out their own buildings and just got rid of things for insurance money and stuff like that. The other some construction people would not even come to fix the stuff. They would not come and fix the stuff. And these are actually brothers from the neighborhood that contribute and started cleaning up and fixing up the residents and stuff, and putting people back into these buildings. And the bad part about it is when they did that and they put them back into those buildings, then the landlords actually came back and said, okay, now we're going to collect rent. After they burnt down their own building, threw everybody out, and they actually came to collect rent. And the bad part about it is the city allowed it to happen. And that hurts. That hurts so bad to know that the city allowed those things to happen, and they got rich behind it. But okay, let's get off of that because I start getting angry when I think about that. Okay, this was our computer. Okay, this was our computer. Okay, if those who know about our first computer, this was our first computer. So all the younger generation, you get a chance to see our first computer. Okay, and our first computer was an Etch A Sketch. Okay, that was our first computer that we had. We could draw on it, and others learned how to do the numbers, and but this was it for us. I think I have the write up about it. Okay, so the Etch A Sketch was first sold July 12th, 1960. Okay, so it was introduced in the 50s, but it was first sold in the 60s. And if you were anybody that's in my generation, you had to have one of these. You had to have Etch A Sketch, and we created with that. I'm going to show this because my cousin wanted me to show this. Now, this is what I used to ride all over the Bronx. Okay, I rode this mini bike all over the Bronx. This is actually my third mini bike because I had a Kit Kat and I had a Rupp, and I had an Indian. But this is what I rode all over the Bronx. So people still ask me, do I still have my mini bike? And the answer is yes. I still have my Honda Trail 70. That's it. Okay, now, so for those that lived in the project in Bronxdale projects, if ever were in my room, knew that I had a psychedelic glow in the dark room. Okay. We were talking, I heard a conversation the other day, and they told me about the colors in the projects. What I remember in the projects was the first colors that I saw. I remember that the bathroom, I mean, the kitchen was always yellow. I remember the kitchen being yellow. And I think the choices that you could have the bedroom was either a light green or a blue or something else. But what I did was I took the paint and I painted my room, and I had glow in the dark posters, and I had glow in the dark paintings and stuff, and I had the fluorescent light. That was that purple light, and I would just, oh my goodness, oh. I would do it. And now that's me, of course, Phase. And if you see it in Magic Marker, that's LK, Lil Corrado, and that's Sake there. And so this was a part of my first writings all over the place. My graffiti starts and everything. So the other about maybe 15 years ago, I was probably the last time that I was on the train. I went and I stopped here. Now that school behind there is 47. Okay, now a lot of people that are actually what you call the pioneers, the creators, went to that school, and this is the famous St. Lawrence spot. So, like I said before about the first division, this was the first division Black Spade stop to get on. So everybody from, even people would even walk from Soundview to get on the St. Lawrence train station. People would be from Monroe, get to the St. Lawrence train station. And everybody would go to this train station, and that was it. That was the thing to do. So we hopped many a times from the St. Lawrence train station, and that was basically where we kind of started things as far as doing graffiti because the layups were there between St. Lawrence and Parkchester. So that's it. I gotta do my thing. I just wanted to get on for a little while and show some things. And hey, like I said before, I always say, don't forget where you came from. Do not forget where you came from. And always be kind and have respect for others. Have respect and remember where you came from. So that's it for me. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, donate. And that's it. Peace.
I would say too. That was my mini bike.